Hey Aquarius, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Right, I'm seeing Four of Swords, I'm seeing Ten of Swords. The Three of Cups though. This can be talking about matters that already happened. Let's see where we are now. Meaning, I'm like saying the cards without saying the meaning of them. There could have been something that went down in the past that maybe there's been like space from that thing, or sort of like recovering or regaining balance, and something now could be being brought back together. Okay. My favorite card in the whole deck. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a moment where we are clear on things, where we know what's going on. If we were looking for an answer, we have the answer. If we were looking for a breakthrough, that breakthrough is here. So it can be like, finally. So nothing is left to interpretation any longer. Sometimes it can be something that we're happy about, sometimes not. We're gonna see what this is connected to. Who's wanting to come out? Seven of Pentacles. This could be somebody offering you the truth about something as well. Maybe like something that you didn't know. Okay. Feels very much to me like there's a breakthrough within the conversation, and it feels like you're getting clear on the way that somebody feels. Ace of Swords and Knight of Cups. So if you had been like waiting to hear from somebody, or somebody maybe didn't clarify how they were feeling, I feel like this is a communication that you're getting, because to have us start with the Ace of Swords, this can be like something that you didn't know, something that you wanted to know, something that wasn't clarified, something that's now being clarified. And because it's the Knight of Cups rather than the Knight of Swords, I feel like this maybe has to do with somebody's feelings, like somebody communicating and clarifying about their feelings. So you're not really left guessing here. And you can also feel like you have a breakthrough in the conversation with someone. Like maybe you guys didn't go into this territory yet, or they weren't super forthcoming. This is a moment where they're like, really let it all out. I do feel like there is a moment of honesty and vulnerability here, because Ace of Swords implies that this person is like giving you the truth. Well, their truth, you know. Truth is kind of like a subjective thing, can be. But that's to say that like what they're telling you is like their truth, like they're being honest with you. Like there's no deception here. There's no, I'm only going to tell you some of it. This is like them really, really sharing and being forthcoming here. And like really letting you know. So it's them like totally surrendering within the conversation with you. Why is the Seven of Cups here? You think that everything's all clear, and then we have Seven of Cups, which is feeling unclear. So how do we start with there being like a breakthrough, but then being like, wait, what's actually happening here? Maybe there's just a lot that's being, this can be like needing to process. There's a lot that's going on. Seven of Cups, Four of Cups. Okay. Having Seven of Cups come out can be like 20 different things being handed to you. Let's say you're this Four of Cups. 20 different things being handed to you simultaneously. It's like, that's a lot to be handed at one time. Four of Cups, I don't know if I even want to take any of that. So out of all of this stuff being handed to this person, they're like, I have enough going on. I don't want that too. And I feel too like this could be even somebody trying to give you something that feels jumbled. But I need to clarify, like having Ace of Swords and having this Knight of Cups, like this is as clear as this person is on these things. So they're not doing this to be confusing on purpose. They just, that may be like as clear as they can be with you right now, because this is to say like they're being very, very upfront with you, like this is as direct as they can be with you. Like Ace of Swords is the ultimate truth. It is like the ultimate clarity and somebody being clear. And having Knight of Cups is like, it is my intention to be very clear here and to communicate and to really let you know how it is that I'm feeling. But then Seven of Cups is like, I'm so confused what you just said to me. I know that you just shared all of these things and I almost like don't know what to make of it. It's like they pile like all of this stuff like in front of you on your desk and you're like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, what am I supposed to do with all of this? So I feel like they brought you all of this stuff, again, simultaneously. I feel like it's a whole bunch of stuff being brought to you. And then I'm seeing you be like, pack it back up and take it back with you. Maybe you don't want to hear what this person has to say to you. Or maybe this can also be like, how are you being clear right now and I still feel like you're maybe being indecisive? It can be something like that too. Or how are you telling me all of these things and I feel like it lacks direction? Because Seven of Cups can be like, Seven of Cups is kind of chaotic. And so maybe you're not into this because of that. I feel like there's maybe a lack of clear intention here. Which seems like that doesn't make sense because we see the Ace of Swords. But the Ace of Swords can be like, well, now I can see this clearly, that you're just not making sense, or that this doesn't make sense for me, or that like I'm realizing I don't want what you're trying to give to me. Because Four of Cups is like, I'm really not into this right now. And I feel like it's specifically connected with what somebody is trying to give you here. But it feels like a whole bunch of stuff that's coming up, where it's like, it's gonna take me days to get through this pile. Like backlogged even. And I'm seeing the Devil and I'm seeing the Magician here. So this can be feeling like there would be something being manifested that one would feel would create some sort of like trap. Like one would be manifesting their own cage with this. Because when like the devil is behind the intention, the magician on its own is like, it's a very pure creative energy, and it's about sort of like breathing life into things in a very genuine and non-attached way, where it's like, I'm doing this because I feel like it's in my nature to be doing this, and that there's sort of a clear intention on why I'm manifesting what I'm manifesting. When the devil is there, it's sort of like something else is influencing what a person is trying to manifest. So you can feel like the person is not, somebody's not grounded, like that there's a visible attachment, because like just with the magician, it's sort of somebody in touch with themselves, wanting to manifest, clear intention in a genuine way. So it's like, even if it's kind of vague, it's like, my intention is to create, or to let this inspiration speak through me. To have the devil behind the magician, it's almost like you feel like there's, like this person is a little bit of a puppet, and that their attachment is the one that's sort of having them manifest something. So it almost feels like it's not like them, kind of. It feels disingenuine, but it's because of an attachment that a person has. So it's almost like you may see that and be like, I feel like they're like, you're still behind there somewhere, but that may not be like what you're getting. And maybe that's something that you're seeing here. And maybe also why you don't want what they're trying to give to you. It's like you still see that there's something like messed up going on here, is the feeling. Which I feel like is also disappointing too, because you see the Ace of Swords, so there's like this understanding even that it's like, finally, like I'm hearing from them, or finally they're communicating with me, and like we're getting somewhere. And again, like it does feel like a breakthrough, but I feel like you may be seeing something where it's like, oh, wish that wasn't clarified. I wish you would have tucked that away. Like just something energetically here. But it feels like very obvious, and I feel like you can't unsee this now. And you would feel like if you participated in this with this person, it would be like convoluted somehow. Like there's an issue here having the devil here, and to have the Ace of Swords and to have the devil, it's like you can't unsee that. You can't unsee that. You were playing peekaboo for a little bit, but now it's out, and you definitely saw that. And I feel too, like if this weren't here within the equation, things would probably be working, but because this is here, it's an issue. It means that like the manifestation with this person, it wouldn't be pure. Because they're still loyal to something else. Yeah. I feel like that's the best way to explain this. If this person, if the devil were not present and it weren't attached to this person's energy, you could have a pure manifestation with them, which would mean that you really like get amazing results from something. But it's like, because the devil is here at the root of this, whatever fruit that comes from it, it's going to be contaminated. And so even though the magician is here saying we could plant the tree together, you already know that the outcome from this, that the fruit from this is going to be contaminated. But that may not have been clear before. Like, it may not have definitely been. You could have been like, maybe we'll plant together and the fruit will be okay. But now I feel like you know that it definitely won't be. This feels sad too, because I do feel like this person genuinely like wants to connect with you, but they have this thing that's going to like get in the way of what you guys would try to do together. You know, like it would affect everything. I feel like this is just so heavy to move through. Because I get too that you really love this person so much. But it's that feeling of like, you know that the fruit would be contaminated. And that is the truth. And I'm getting you be like, something happened and now you know that. Now you're clear on that. I don't know like what this interaction was exactly or what this situation was exactly, but I'm getting you like see this very clearly now. That there's like no chance that you'd be able to plant a tree and have the fruit come out fine. Like it will 100% be contaminated. Like you're absolutely sure on that. Definitely energetically. But that's also like so heartbreaking too. Like after we have that come out, we also have 3 of Swords. So it's like your heart sinking to your stomach. Because of course that's not what we want. And it's so sad too, because it's not even like this person is coming to you and being like, hey, can we plant this tree together? Can we manifest together? Like I want to be with you. They're probably sharing how they feel, like some type of sentiment. And then it just feeling like even though they feel like they're trying to be clear and they may think from their perspective that they're being clear, it's like this doesn't make any sense. And I do feel like there was even an expectation of like, okay, they're gonna show up now, because that's what it feels like in the beginning. And then it's like they just hand you something that you can't do anything with. And it's not that you don't want to, but this is the reality of this situation too. And I do feel like there's a turning away here, or just being like, I can't take that on. I can't take that from you. I'm seeing this just be like very, very heavy. 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, maybe like worrying about things later down the line now too. But you know that it's like, you know that even if you ignored this and you still manifested with them, like you took everything that they're giving to you and you still try to manifest with them, you know? Meaning like actively participate with them, like as partners within your life, you know it would breed results that you would just get a contaminated outcome. Like, you know, you'd basically be setting yourself up to fail, and also this person too, because I'm seeing you just like have this insight. And you'd be like worried about it the whole time. Like if you decide to like ignore your better judgment or ignore your intuition here, because Four of Cups is like, don't do it, like don't take this on. But if you ignored it, it's like the whole time you'd be planting the tree and it would be growing and it would be growing and it would be growing, and maybe it would be okay while it's growing because like you haven't seen the fruit yet, so it's like everything could be fine. And then it's like that day when the fruit is finally there and it's contaminated. So it's like you worry about it, like you sort of know in the back of your mind that when the fruit comes out, you know, there's going to be something wrong with it. So even if you did want to like play pretend and try to do this, you know that when you get to that point where things come to fruition, there are going to be issues with it. I am seeing the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Having Three of Swords and having Ten of Wands can be like, the pain that I'm feeling is so excruciating that I almost like don't know if I can handle this. It's like feeling such intense suffering. Keep seeing strength. Some of you this could be with a Leo, or you could have prominent Leo placements. I wonder too for some of you if, like, some of you this may be happening in real time. Some of you this could have been something that happened in the past where like you saw something very clearly, and then like after you saw that, you could have had the person, I don't know what happened with you guys, but you could have had the person then reach out to you and communicate with you, but I'm seeing it would have been like very unclear, and there would have also been like a lot of emotional stuff and like a lot of pain that would have been like even revisiting within the conversation, and also feeling like a very clear lack of intention too. But it's because you know that that's not this person's natural state. As I said before, it's like you know that they're sort of like being a puppet for their attachment that's sort of above them doing whatever this is. So that's also why it makes this more difficult too, because it's like you know that this isn't really them, but also they're dealing with something very real that also impacts you and would like find its way into its relationship because it's attached to them. So even if you did try to like be with them, you can't kick it out. It's like a part of them essentially until they break those cords. So I'm seeing like even though it could have like felt really difficult, some of you had to be like, no, you had to like turn it down or dismiss this. But I'm seeing that feel like very difficult, like a very, very hard thing to do, to say no or to turn away, especially because like it really does seem like you have quite a connection with this person. But I'm seeing too like the past weigh very heavily as well. Let me say this too. For those of you that you are not in that timeline anymore, that this was what happened, but now you've progressed. I'm seeing that this is coming back up because I'm seeing that after the fact. Ace of Swords and the Devil means that something came to light where it was like, there is a huge problem here, there is a huge issue here, this is not functional. This will not allow for us to have a healthy relationship, a healthy functional relationship, whatever this was. So that was very clear. Like there was an issue there. So you weren't going to be able to sort of like have what you wanted with this person in a healthy way. Having Three of Wands is like we have distance from that. So that's what happened back then. So now it's like, I don't know, months later, years later. It's not where we were before. This isn't going to be for everybody. This is just for those of you that this already happened and you're far away from this now, which is like subjective, I guess. Just energetically, there's been distance. Three of Wands says in the future, for those of you that this is happening now, or in the present for those of you that are sort of pushed ahead within the timeline, the same person comes through saying they want to manifest a relationship with you. So that already happened. And then in the future, you have the same person come through and say, this is how I'm feeling. This is my intention. This is how I'm feeling. This is my intention. I want to manifest a relationship with you. A serious, committed relationship. But I'm seeing, because of like the intensity of everything that happened, because this is such an intense situation, like so heartbreaking and so much suffering throughout this. They come through and say that. But I'm seeing it be like, I'm still confused. There's a lack of closure. I feel like there was so much that was not processed. There's still so much pain and so much suffering that was connected with this, because I feel like there's such a lack of resolution here. And so you get that that's what this person plans to do, like what their intention is. But I'm seeing it be like turning it down because of all of the stress that's connected with what happened in the past with this person. Turning it down, or maybe being like, I don't know if I'm into that. Because I guess Four of Cups can be like, not immediately saying yes at least. But feeling very turned off to this because of how heavy the past was with this person. Because this is one of those situations where you go through it and you're like, I don't know how I lived through this, and I hope to never experience something like this again in my entire lifetime. Like I could have gone 20 lifetimes without experiencing this. So yeah, just know that if you guys went through something felt really karmic with somebody, they're going to be coming back around. And for those of you that you already went through this and you're in a different timeline, they're coming back around. Okay? Yeah. Let me just see if anything else went. Yeah, I'm seeing that they're going to be coming through to communicate with you. But for those of you that you're going through this right now, it's going to be later down the line. It's not going to be immediately. Ten of Cups and the Moon and the Hanged Man. So we're seeing happiness. Moon and Hanged Man can be a realization, something that may have not been available to someone before because they sort of needed to. Moon can be things that are hidden from us in like an energetic sense or a psychological sense, where sometimes we're not ready for certain things and so it remains hidden, but it can also sort of block our view a little bit. But I do feel like this can mean somebody had been seeing things one way and then that's not how they remain seeing it. But it would be something like really, really deep that would have to be gone into. And I'm also seeing Justice on the bottom of the deck too, so this can mean like a situation being made right. Or an attempt. I feel like it's going to be different for everybody in how they process. Because what I'm seeing, it's like, I'm seeing some people like not letting go of this, but then I'm seeing other people that have realized certain things and then they feel a different way. It just, I guess, depends on the person and how this is being perceived. I feel though like there's a little bit of a lack of conclusion here. No, we have, like, I just split the deck in three. And you have this and this again. So I feel like it's seeing this thing that can't be unseen, and maybe that was just like the point of it. But it could have been something that like one wasn't, yeah, I feel like one wasn't aware of this before. Some of you though, when this person comes back around, I feel like there's just this automatic like response or even feeling energetically towards them. Okay, so all of that stuff happened, right? This was such an intense reading. All of that stuff happened with you guys. Now I'm seeing Knight of Wands and I'm seeing the Lovers. So this is somebody coming through being like, you and I gonna get together, trying to hang out. I'm seeing Two of Swords. It's like, what do I do here? What decision do I make? Some of you, this person has Capricorn placements. Yeah, I'm seeing it be like a decision that needs to be made about plans. So I am definitely seeing somebody come through with the intention of connecting with you with the Lovers, Knight of Wands and the Lovers. And you could still feel chemistry with this person as well, because these are two like heavy cards energetically. I feel like maybe all that sort of like background or review of that situation was so you could know who this was. Anything else? This is just intuitively what I'm feeling. Do not take this on if it doesn't resonate with you, okay? And keep in mind too, this is a general reading, so maybe your situation is different, who knows? I keep seeing the Ace of Swords, and I feel like this is your guide saying you saw the situation for what it is. And so regardless of what else happens, you had that moment where all of the masks were ripped away and you saw really what was going on right in front of you. And that, I feel like that is the biggest takeaway from this. And to keep that in mind going forward, that you really saw in that moment, like stripped down in the most naked of ways, what was actually going on. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.